Frank. Senior was like, yeah, Dolores, I'll take a bullet for you, but not when it involves my kid. And he ain't such a great guy because that's not exactly how it worked with Frank. He had a job and the whole damn thing fucking went away. And Joe Gorga, his buddy, is like, come on, Frank Sr., speak up. You know, it was weird. But Dolores got the last say on that. I mean, didn't they both get invited to Margaret's? I thought. And then Senior decided not to go, and Dolores was never going. So I thought that maybe I'm wrong, but I think that kind of ties into that. Dolores said she felt bad when she saw Bella's not around anymore. Bella Giudice is still around, but Bella Joseph says passed on, and she felt bad that Bella Joseph says passed on. The same way Lolly, I think Lolly's passed on, or was it Dog? I think Lolly's passed on. Lolly Catania, and therefore that's why Dolores had to go into the other room. Girl, you just want to play both sides of the fence. You want to make everybody happy. Give me a break. It ain't over some dead dog. Sorry, Marge. R.I.P. Bella. Boo-hoo. If I had feelings, I would feel for Bella. I don't. I don't wish any harm upon Marge or on baby Bella. I just don't know either of them in my life, and therefore I can't shed a tear over two people I don't know. Okay. Although I did know Marge, I don't anymore. Dolores reveals she does not watch the show. There we go. How shocking is that? Ariana said she also didn't watch Vanderpump Rules. Who knew? You go on the show, you don't watch it. I get it. I don't listen to this podcast. I don't want to listen to this podcast. I don't want to listen to myself on any other podcast. I just don't like it. I'm like a real bundle of joy today, aren't I? Well, I mean, it's been a long season. I'm just so happy it's over. Um, close Carol. So that's my problem. But that's really my problem with the season. So Dolores floats back and forth. Many people are now expressing concern with Teresa and Louie. Now it comes out that Fessler has not spoken to Jen or Teresa lately. So we know in real life they are no longer together. We start talking about Margaret and the burn session, and Teresa invited everyone. But Fessler did not go. Melissa talks about the niece at the shore. Louie and Teresa, I don't know where they said this. They said that she was lying, that there was no niece, et cetera, et cetera. I saw something else online that said Louie and Teresa knew that the niece was involved, and she went up to her and they were trying to get ahead of it and take a picture with the niece, but that didn't happen. I don't know if any of this is true, but that's what they said. Louie said, I hope the son suffers. We all saw that. Teresa's sitting there. She realizes the mistake he made, et cetera, et cetera. Teresa got really mad at Dolores when Dolores kind of spoke up. See, I'm coming to life, guys, when it's an actual interesting part. I thought it was interesting when Dolores said, look, children are off limits and you say what you want, but that is not right that he said that. Teresa wasn't having it. She wasn't having it. Double down. Don't you dare stick up for her in front of me like that. She hates Margaret. But there we are. And then Teresa says, people make mistakes, people make mistakes, people make mistakes. Louie was upset, and she says it wasn't right, but people make mistakes. Melissa, of course, jumps on the bandwagon and says that was the lowest thing she has ever seen in RHONJ history. Love when they break the fourth wall. Was that the lowest thing, Melissa? It wasn't a high thing saying that he wishes harm upon Margaret and her son. But was that actually the lowest? Because Melissa, Messy G, was so quick to just jump in there and say it was the lowest thing she's ever seen. It might be up there. But then we get the explanation of karma explained to us. I believe it was by Fuda. And, if you put negative stuff out there and it goes all around, it comes right back to you. Margaret revealed that it is disgusting. It's disgusting what Louise said. And Margaret reveals, we've learned stuff this season that Teresa's not good with words, and we learned a lot of other things, but now we're learning something about Margaret. She's never gone that low. He said, I wish harm on your son. And Margaret says, well, I never gone that low. I don't know about that one, Sarge. I don't look, I ain't got no love for Lewis. I ain't got no love for Lewis. I think he is a weird guy. I think where there is smoke, there is fire. I do not think it's going to end well for Teresa. I hope it ends well for Teresa. I do wish her the best of luck. I think Louis is bad fucking news. But that don't mean, Marge, when you say you've never gone that low. Come on, girl. Come on. You gave me your address once. I know where you live. I got a mirror. I'm going to send UPS. I'm going to send UPS or FedEx delivery, girl. I got a nice mirror for you. Hold it up. Look into it, girl. Nothing personal, Marge. Do you guys know my friend the Sarge? Listen, it's her way or the highway. That's why she's the Sarge. But come on, girl. You've gone as low as Louis. Doesn't make what he did right. Very bad man. Very weird man. Is he worse than that scumbag lawyer of Teresa's? I don't think so. But that's, you know what? Debate amongst yourselves. Who is that Saturday Night Live character? But come on, Sarge. This Jennifer Aydin, let me tell you something about this Jennifer Aydin. She is watching the scenes with herself up there. I mean, that's the most interesting thing I find. Like when Dolores finds herself so unattractive, but this Aydin girl is watching herself and she like giggles to herself over herself. She's talking to the TV. Don't start none, won't be none, girl. It's like, okay, Jennifer, we see what you're watching and we're glad that you're a fan of your own, but she gets so silly and so into it. I'm not even trying to like criticize her. I've said this before. I really think Jennifer needs to find herself. I think she went right from her parents' house right to Bill's house. She never was on her own. You go from your parents to Bill's, then he cheats on you. Of course, you're not going to leave. Duh. You don't know who you are without your parents, without Bill. Who is Jennifer Aydin? I don't think Jennifer Aydin, I'm not picking on the poor girl, but I see her laughing at herself like a fucking little schoolgirl. And I just think she went from Bill's house to her parents' house. She doesn't know who she is. Who is Jennifer Aydin? Who's Jennifer Aydin without Bill? Who's Jennifer Aydin without the parents? Who's Jennifer Aydin without the fake money? I mean, they don't have money. Come on. Kyle Richards has money. Who's Jennifer Aydin without the 16 bathrooms? Who's Jennifer Aydin without RHONJ? That's the question. That's the question. Because that's the Jennifer you have to live the next 40 years if you're lucky with. So I just think when I see her laughing at herself, yeah, I'm lost in the weeds here, guys. But I think, like, what a little girl, honestly. And I'm not even picking on her from Bill's house from the parents' house to Bill's house. Then she gets cheated on. Of course, you're not going to leave because you don't know who you are. You don't have that in you to stand on your own 2 feet. Hey, people cheat all the time and they stay in marriages. I'm not judging. When you stay, you stay. And good for her. I do think she handled it well when Marge brought that out. I do think if you stay, you can't hold the person, you can't hold that over their head forever because